I'm trying to call our water restrictions.
That's taking more what people think.
When I bump it up, I was doing it every, I was watering twice a week.
Well,
Yeah.
it's not a lot of lane mowing. School and. Control.
Yeah.
But you're putting overtime on the rest of the guys.
Well, you know, we
Taking some of that.
first have to go down like a
To
20. I can also use it. I usually keep it on the floor.
I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do.
That's a whole setup and do just one in the jack. Yeah.
If I didn't have my.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a chance. So. Wasn't sure. Yeah. So I'm come to. Yeah.
Yeah.
The 9 is slowing down, but I can talk a lot of. It's like coming fast.
Yeah.
Well.
Pretty
But they're only going to. Yeah. That's gotta be.
I know that.
Yeah, I don't want to.
Yes.
Yeah, I think there's a nice.
It does, it makes a little more.
Yes.
Yeah. You can start teaching the two. Right.
Oh, that's right.
All right. I talked to him today, he said he would be here.
Seems bad.
Yeah, I reminded him at 6:30.
Now, so both of those are teeny little pads and Jim is usually right under the wire, so.
Yeah.
The mayor's gonna be calling it here pretty soon.
No, we can't.
Oh, that's right, you got a force.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I guess you know.
No, I talked to him today, he said.
So we're missing, oh.
Mark will not be here today.
Once he got stuck behind the accident.
Before even months in now. So you can get five.
Tall girls going.
And you can get 5 days in the lake.
Yes.
Like this last one.
Well, they do that. I don't have my phone with me.
The next day.
I blackballed the cat today.
April or whenever.
They're solid black, but they have a hurt. They're called like
Yeah,
that.
how you do.
Like the ball face.
Yeah.
That's toxic. So. Yeah. It's more about 6. Huh? Yeah, she wanted, we had one like that called Amos. I wanna keep him on it. I don't want to black.
I may have to ask you some questions as we go on. My dad, he told me he had those cows out there now. And he wants to.
She wants a bull now.
It's full, so he's gonna start a little cow calf over it.
Yeah, that's true.
What kind of cows, what breed of cows does he have?
That I do not know.
Yeah,
Duties.
it all depends on what he's got.
Yes, same setup of.
He's such a big child, on skid steer, he's torn up everything on that property.
Skid steer, no bone.
He's having a blast with it,
Yeah.
tearing everything up.
Yeah, and bulls are, you have to go look at a few, but you can,
Yeah.
You can get in the field with them, and they just kind of hang out and do
They
this.
don't start snorting.
If they start snorting and falling around, you can pass. Yeah. You don't want them to. And if there's a female investors, they're gonna do all of it.
If you have a one that doesn't do that.
You just gotta get out, you just gotta get out.
There he is. Hey, oh, good to see you, sir.
Hey, was any good? Good to see you, Brad. All right, you also.
Please stand for the pledge.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
He got it. Yeah, me too.
All right.
Public participation. If you wish to address the council, please fill out a public meeting appearance card presented to the town secretary. Pursuant to section 551.007 of the Texas Government Code, citizens wishing to address the council for items listed in the public hearings will be recognized when the public hearing is open. For citizens wishing to speak on a non-public hearing item, they may either address the council during the citizen comment meeting when the item is considered by the town council. Please state your name and address for the record. Council members are not allowed to answer questions during public participation. D, consent agenda. This agenda consists of non-controversial housekeeping items required by law. Items may be approved with a single motion. Items may be removed from the consent agenda by any council member by making such a request prior to motion and vote on the consent agenda. Number one, consider approval of the August 2024 budget workshop and regular meeting minutes.
Move to approve the August 2024 budget workshop. Second.
All those in favor? Motion carries 4-0. Public hearings and regular items. Conduct a public hearing to receive comments and consider proposal of annual budget for the town of Bartonville for fiscal year 2024. 2025. Staff presentation there.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, council. We've been through a number of workshops. We took, y'all's goals and y'all's objectives that y'all gave us, again, talking about public safety, maintaining the streets, repairing the streets. I worked with staff to pull together numbers. The mayor and I met pretty much weekly or twice a week on occasion to make sure that she was up to date on everything that we were doing with this budget. What y'all did not have last year and you do this year is the budget book. So instead of just a budget, I went through with Shannon's help and also Andrea as my backup proofreader, because she's really good at it. Because what y'all's budget books had before, some of it was simply outdated. Some of it was missing information such as, when you talk about the Lantana Town Center, it left out the fact that crime control, sales taxes are not collected there. That's a really important piece of information when people look through the budget, trying to figure out why the street maintenance sales tax collects so much and this one doesn't, or those types of things. So, we were just looking at correct. So in this document, it's not just your budget. This is the biggest communication you have with residents through the process. And so we went through and we explained everything. Now this page will be updated once the budget is approved, the tax rate of those votes are known. This page gets that information because it's important that it gets posted in that manner. Table of contents walks you through it. There we all are, plus the boards and commissions listed. There's the mayor's transmittal letter, again, goes into the message to you as council, such as y'all adopt this budget, but also the residents of Bartonville, letting them know what those goals are and what this budget hopes to achieve in this coming fiscal year. And then again, just go down what those funds are, explaining it to people. So that they can more fully understand what they're looking at, and they finally get to the numbers that we've been talking about for several months. Do y'all have any questions on the textual part of the budget?
Is this something that will be on the website?
Yes. Yes,
So
sir.
most like an annual report for business is when we go out and look at it.
Yes, sir.
It's currently on the website, on the financial transparency page.
Now, I don't have any questions, I just say it's a welcome addition, it's great to see, it's very good stuff.
I agree with
Which
that.
one?
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'll let her do.
Shannon and I have committed every year we want it to, I want y'all to say, I didn't know it could get better. Because as we have more time in front of you, more time together, kind of adapt some pieces from our previous time that we worked together, plus previous, cities and towns. We don't ever want to overcomplicate it, we just want to get better information, more accurate information, make it as clear as possible. Not just for y'all, because y'all make those big decisions, but so that the public can click on and go, I understand.
If you put all this with the financials, then that makes it so much easier.
This completes the picture.
It makes sense.
That was the hope this year, was to complete the picture. And now that I've gone through every single bit of it, it just gets adapted as we go forward in the budget, so it doesn't disappear again.
Well, I'm gonna interject this, and I mentioned this last one, and it's how much I appreciate you simplifying things as much as you did, combining what you've done. And I know by looking at this and going over what you guys have done, I often wonder, and I see your emails come out at 7 o'clock in the morning and leaving. How do you find the time to do all this? But I appreciate your effort, and I want you to know that it does not go unrecognized.
Thank you. We appreciate y'all's support. That makes it easier. Y'all's
You still have
support,
to put the effort.
I know, but it still makes it easier when I've got support of the mayor, support of the council. We bounce information back very frequently to make sure we're on the same page. It just makes that process easier. And that is sort of the public service part of it. It's a desire to make your job easier, to make it where the public can read a document that I've written and understand it. I don't mind explaining it, but my hope is I don't have to explain a lot of it because it's right there, because a lot of people won't ask. They'll just sit there and read it, and if the information's not there, they may stew about it. So going through the textual part of this, and then we threw in again, the information about Lantana Town Center, it has been updated, again, it just creates a better picture of what that is, again, that's an unfortunate deal that we have to deal with, for the community as we go forward. The key, go ahead, Eric.
Sorry, the 12 years is up in 28.
I think it 27 or 28.
Okay.
I think you may be right, Mayor, maybe
So
28.
then we get 50% of that.
Yes,
Okay.
we do track these to make sure that when that changes,
Okay.
then we're gonna make sure that they understand what we're watching.
That'll be nice little bump.
Yes,
Yeah, we don't wanna let that go.
and then we added 2 graphs. Again, these are the big picture. Before you get into the detailed budget, these are your big pictures. Where does the money come from? And then where does it go? The mayor and I talked, so when we first started going through the budget, we had all of these detail line items. I think they were in red. We really don't like red in the budget, so we changed them to blue to make it easier to see. But then we shrunk that down when we went and added all the other funds, because we didn't have a lot of questions on it. Mayor and I talked about it and we agreed, this is what we want to post, is we want everybody to be able to see the big picture, what goes into those big line items. Because not, people don't typically attend our meetings, but they can know what we're doing by looking at this document. The only change is, actually, there's 2 changes. One is the number. So in this budget that is before you, we have taken that $93,000 net and put it to salaries, benefits, et cetera. So that adoption of this budget will add 1 patrol officer. If y'all change your mind, option, back that out, but that's loaded in.
So we're not gonna have a separate proposal for an officer, we're just gonna include it with the budget.
Yes.
So, okay. Yeah,
If y'all have any questions, the chief can answer.
Yes.
no, I don't have any questions. It's-
I'm good.
The other change is not number, it is estimated, I had the word estimated, beginning fund balance, until we're audited, that is a projection. I have to look at what I think we're gonna spend for the last month and a half, well, not a month, And project what I think it's gonna be until it's audited. I needed to make sure it was clear that it was an estimated beginning fund balance, estimated ending fund balance until the audit is done. Everything else in here is as you've seen. I'll answer questions if y'all have any about it.
When is the audit started?
We are deep in the last year's audit. This one's will start right away again.
Okay.
Small town audits, it drives me crazy. I don't think it should take more than 4 or 5 months, but we are still working on last year's audit. Of course, we changed auditors. They had to get up to speed with everything and look at things a little differently than the last one. How long was, we had our accountants on site for 5 days?
They were out here for 5 days a couple months ago, excuse me, and they are also new to Sunday. So trying to figure out the terminology that they want based on what I know, and giving them information, so they are consistently emailing me for different things.
So there's a big learning curve going on here.
There is on that piece of it.
Hey, Thad, what's
Yes,
that, what's O and M on ad valorem currency?
Operations and maintenance were the, what page you on?
I'm on first page on page 25. I just didn't know that, I mean, it looks like it's all the ad valorem money, I just didn't know what the O and M stood for. Top line.
Operations and maintenance, we don't have,
Operations.
we do not have an interest in sinking fund. I'm not sure why that's loaded in there, I don't typically use those acronyms without first saying what it is, so we'll clear that up. Now, if you got a question, somebody else will.
Yeah.
And that was one of the discussion points also in the textual part is right now, we do not have any interest in sinking, we don't have any long-term debt that we're putting money towards. I will dig into anything y'all want to on this, but y'all seen this several times. One additional piece is so that people understand we are following every law / rule that is put in place for our tax rate calculations. We put in the entire tax rate sheet.
I saw that carried over the solid waste franchise fee flat.
Yes, sir.
We're not expecting any, are we doing an RFP?
We are doing an RFP. That's not someplace I'm familiar with. We may see an increase and we would actually, I would hope we would. But not having enough firsthand knowledge.
Then when it's time.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So our ad valorem's about 300,000, roughly more than the sales tax a year, it's still a.
Yes. And
For now.
if, I know it's not a bad word, if y'all ever decide to take on a long-term debt, having a tax base that is more supported, a balanced tax base, sales tax, property tax is good, but still being more property tax, which is less volatile, is better for your ratings.
And let's just.
For credit rating.
Yeah. Don't,
Makes
it's
sense.
not necessary right now, but someday y'all may want a good credit rating, and that is a beneficial thing, is property tax is always the best. It costs you a lot more, you pay a premium when you bond against your sales tax. If that's part of what you're looking
It's generally not affected on the economics of day to day.
Not a lot.
Not like sales tax, goes on tax.
most property values did not go down during the pandemic, but the sales tax changed a lot.
Yeah.
So,
And the benefits include the new potential officer budget.
yes, sir.
It's fully
It
loaded.
is fully loaded. There's nothing in here, or there was nothing on that page for the potential officer that has not been loaded into this budget. We just moved it all to the proper line items that we had listed out. What other questions you have? Again, I can dig into anything you want. Y'all seen this much. I hate to go over line by line again, and put y'all to sleep. But we're here for questions. Again, I want to thank the mayor as we've gone through this process for, again, being there and bouncing ideas and thoughts on how we can save money. We're always looking at that, if our contractors start to get out of line with the market, we're going to start going and looking again on what's best for the community to give us the service expected, but also the best price. And Shannon was a big help, chief, getting his budget lined out as well. I know Scudder helped you. It's just been, it's been a team effort. So when y'all say those team effort, that's how we get it done. It really is.
Y'all did a great job.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
A lot of hard work went into it.
We're gonna open the public, go ahead. Are you,
I was just flipping through there to get it out there, so. Thank you.
any other questions? Public hearing, time being 6:47. I'll open the public hearing. Would anyone like to speak in favor? Would anyone like to speak in opposition? Time being 6:47, 42 seconds, I'll close the public hearing. And no discussion, you have a motion?
I'll make a motion to direct staff to prepare and ordinance adopting the fiscal year 2024-2025 budget for consideration at the September 17, 2024 regular meeting.
Second.
All those in favor? Motion carries 4-0. Thank you. Number 2, consider approval of a resolution designating Denton Record Chronicle as the official newspaper of County of Bartonville fiscal year 2024-2025. Staff presentation, Shannon.
Thank you, Mayor. It is time with, as we do with budget, it's time to go out there and nominate and appoint our official newspaper. This is where all of our public notices, tax rate, anything for public hearings, and everything will be published in the Denton Record Chronicle as well.
You have a motion?
I move that we approve a resolution designating the Denton Record Chronicle as the official newspaper of the town of Martinville for fiscal year 24-25.
Second.
All those in favor? Motion carries 4-0. Number 3, discuss and consider approval of resolution appointing members of the Board of Adjustment, Planning and Zoning Commission, Bartonville Community Development Corporation, Crime Control and Prevention District, and Special Events Committee. Candace, staff.
Thank you, Mayor. This year we have 22 positions that will expire at the end of this month. And on the July 16th council meeting, council voted for Councilmember Chapman and Bartonville Community Development Corporation Director Brenda Latham to be our interview panel. And they met frequently with the applicants, and Matt Chapman is here tonight with his recommendations.
Thank you, Shannon. Yeah, so lots of interviews, lots of applicants, lots of change, which is great, but I will say, for this group and for anybody else, that it's amazing how much time stays up to volunteer for these things. We had tons of people to go through and meet and talk to, so it's exciting to do it. We're happy to make the recommendations. Now, there are several motions we'll have to call in and get started. So without any ado, let's dive right into it, right? So I'll move to appoint the following individuals to the Board of Adjustment for a 2-year term expiring September 30, 2026. In place 1 is Don Baumgartner, 2 is Kathy Dong, and the alternate would be Rebecca Jenkins.
Second.
All those in favor? Motion carries 4-0. Thank you.
For the Planning and Zoning Commission, move to appoint the following individuals to the Planning and Zoning Commission for a 2-year term expiring September 30th, 2026. And number 1 is Ralph Armand, 2 is Brenda Orestonovich, 3 is Gloria McDonald, and our alternate number 1 is Pat Adams.
Second.
All those in favor? Motion carries 4-0.
For the Community Development Corporation, move to appoint the following individuals to the Community Development Corporation for a 2-year term expiring September 30, 2026. We have Lacey Burris, Scott Dong, Brenda Latham, and Tyler Rocha.
All those in favor? Motion carries 4-0.
The Crime Control Prevention District. Move to appoint the following individuals to the Crime Control Prevention District for a 2-year term expiring September 30, 2026. We have John Jones, 2 is Jim Murphy, 3 is Lori Van Alstine, 4 is Stephen Weiss.
Second.
All those in favor? Motion carries 4-0. Thank you.
Lastly, for the Special Events Committee, we move to appoint the following individuals to the Special Events Committee for a 2-year term expiring September 30, 2026. The regular members, the 2-year term is Don Baumgartner, Kathy Dong, Lori Van Alstine, and Randy Van Alstine. Regular members for a 1-year term would be Councilmember Ryan Aaron's and Councilmember Keith Crandall, and lastly Sean Stenovich.
Second.
All those in favor? Motion carries 4-0. Thank you. Future agenda items, are there any items, future agenda items? Time being 6:51, on during the meeting. Everybody else,
21 minutes.
Thank you, Brenda, for